Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Angeline Manjari. If you're new to this channel, hello, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications so that you can get notified anytime I drop a video like I am about to do right here, right now, today for all of you guys. Welcome back to yet another vlog. And as you can see, my hair is still thriving from the last time we saw each other. My hair is still thriving, still looking healthy, still bouncy. The volume is there, the thickness, the length. Oh my God, I am feeling and loving my hair. This comes from years of the TLC I have given my hair. Let me tell you, to have healthy hair, it takes a lot of hard work and also knowledge, knowing what products, what ingredients work with your hair and those that don't, which ones to avoid, which ones to use, how to use them. It's taken a lot of years of learning. And one of the ingredients that my hair loves is rosemary. I have used rosemary oil for years, especially infused with lavender. A lot of the times I have bought this oil, but when I can't afford to, I make the oil at home, and it is a very simple process, and it's the process that I'm going to be showing you guys today. So for this, I'm just going to need rosemary leaves and olive oil. So let's get started. So as I had mentioned, to make rosemary oil, you're going to need two very important ingredients. And one of those ingredients is rosemary leaves. Now I'm going to stress, please use fresh rosemary leaves. Do not use these dried ones. I feel these dried ones, the quality is usually degraded, so it won't give you the same effect. I don't know about anybody else, but I definitely prefer using fresh rosemary leaves. They're very affordable. A whole bunch in a supermarket goes for like 20 bob or even less, so you can definitely grab yourself one bunch of fresh rosemary leaves and use it even for cooking. Like, the quality is just greater. The quality of food is so much greater when you use fresh rosemary leaves than the dried rosemary leaves. By the way, I bought this rosemary leaves in 2023. In 2022, by the way, and I don't use them because I prefer my rosemary fresh. All right, so once you've gotten your fresh rosemary, please make sure you wash them thoroughly. And then once you've washed them, please make sure you lay them on a kitchen towel for them to dry completely. This can take about a day. Let it just dry for a whole entire day, and this should be the end result. It should be completely dry and ready for use. If you use wet rosemary leaves to make a rosemary oil, your rosemary oil is going to become moldy, it's going to smell bad, and you're not going to be able to use that oil for a long time. So just make sure you wash and dry the rosemary leaves thoroughly before use. So two things, please use the fresh rosemary leaves. Make sure you wash and dry the rosemary leaves completely before putting these leaves in the olive oil. So now for the method, let's get going. All the ingredients that I need to make this rosemary oil are ready, so I'm just going to pour the rosemary leaves into the saucepan that has the olive oil, and then I'm going to mix these ingredients together. I'm just going to move this saucepan around and around until all the rosemary leaves are coated with the oil. And I'd already started boiling some water in a pot. The water is nice and hot, so I'll just place the saucepan that has the rosemary and olive oil in the pot with the boiling water. I'm then going to use Wiko to stir in the mixture regularly, and I will let this mixture boil on medium to low heat for about 45 minutes. Now, rosemary oil has many benefits when it comes to hair. It promotes hair growth, it makes hair stronger, it increases thickness, and it also prevents hair loss. "45 minutes later, my rosemary oil is ready, and how I know is, number one, the rosemary leaves have started turning color, and then there's a green tint in the rosemary oil. So I'm just going to remove that. I'm going to turn off the gas, and then I'm going to let this rosemary oil cool for a bit before I transfer it into a bowl. Once I've transferred it into the bowl, I'm then going to wrap this in some cling film, and then I want the rosemary oil to be as potent as possible. I want it to infuse longer, so I'm going to wrap some cling film around this. I'm going to store this in a cool and dry place for around 3 days, and then I'm going to transfer it into a hair oil bottle. And And that is how you make rosemary oil for hair growth at home. As you can see, it's a very, very simple process. Number one, please make sure you're using fresh rosemary leaves and not the dried rosemary leaves. Number two, make sure you're using extra virgin olive oil. And then number three, make sure you wash your rosemary leaves and make sure they dry completely before putting the rosemary leaves in the olive oil. This drying process takes about at least a whole entire day. Make sure you place it on a kitchen towel so that kitchen towel can absorb all the water and the moisture. Then when double boiling, please make sure that the olive oil does not cook. We don't want it to overboil. We don't want it to cook. We just want it to simmer. We just want the heat to help the rosemary leaves to leak the juices into the olive oil. And then once the olive oil starts turning a greenish color, you know you are headed in the right direction. So as you can see, I've transferred my olive oil into a bowl and I've put some cling film over that. I'm going to leave that for 2 to 3 days because I want the rosemary to infuse into the olive oil much more. I want my rosemary oil to be more potent, thus making it more powerful. And then once 3 days later, I'm going to transfer it into this hair oil bottle that I got online. You can see it's wet. I'm going to make sure it is completely dry. Please make sure your rosemary oil does not come into contact with water or else kaput. So once it is dry, I'm going to transfer it into this. And then once I have transferred, I can now use it as desired. Just boop, 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 and I am done. So, and it is a wrap. It is that simple. Let me know if you've ever tried rosemary for hair. Has it ever benefited your hair? If you make rosemary at home, how do you make it? Have you seen any difference into how I'm making it? How do you make yours? Hit me up in the comment section and let me know. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you've learned something from this. Thank you so much for watching, and please make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I guess I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.